Hello everyone, I am going to explain question number 12 from exercise 4.1 and this question belongs from 11th class maths. So in this question we are given a mathematical statement. So this is our mathematical statement and this mathematical statement we have to prove that it is true for all natural numbers with the help of principle of mathematical induction. So mainly the principle of mathematical induction completes in 3 steps which I wrote in the rougher. First we have to assume this mathematical statement as Pn. Like here I wrote here that here the statement Pn is defined as, so whatever be the mathematical statement that you just assume as Pn. Now in step 1 for n equal to 1 we have to prove that P1 is true. That is for n equal to 1 means for 1 is a natural number. So for 1 we have to bring that this statement is true. And in step 2 you have to assume that pk statement is true, means for n equal to k this statement is true. That is our assumption, we not have to prove this. And in third step we have to prove pk plus 1 is true whenever pk statement is true. Means by taking pk statement true, with the help of pk statement we have to bring pk plus 1 statement is also true. So we'll start to solve this. We'll start the step 1. So in step 1 what we have to do? We have to bring P1 statement is true. So instead of n we are going to substitute 1. So that we'll write here. On substituting n equal to 1 in the left hand side of Pn. So that will give us left hand side of P1. So instead of n we are substituting 1, that's why instead of Pn just write down P1. Now 1 means only you have to write down the first term from here. So here when n is 1 that time first term, and if n is 2 that time you have to take first 2 terms. If n is 3 then you have to take first 3 terms. So like this it proceeds. Here just now 1 is there, so you have to take only the first term of the left hand side, that is you have to take only a. So write here a, that is our left hand side of P1 equation. So that is a. Similarly we will get the right hand side also. Similarly, right hand side of P1. So in right hand side also instead of n we have to write down 1. So r to the power 1 then minus 1 divided by r minus 1. So what we have done is in the right hand side instead of n I wrote here 1 and other I kept as it is. Now after substitution we found that these brackets are same, so they will cancel, so we are remained with only a. So we will write down here a. So what we observe is left hand side of P1 is also a and right hand side is also a. That's why for n equal to 1 the statement is true. So that we will write down, which implies a left hand side of P1 is equal to right hand side of P1. Thus, for n equal to 1 statement Pn is true. So first step is completed. We will start the step second. So in step second what we have to do, just see here what I wrote here. In step second we have to assume that let pk statement is true. So instead of n we have to replace k. So that we are going to write down step second, let for n equal to k statement pk is true where k is any positive number. So Now we'll write the pk statement. So what we have to do is, whatever be the pn statement, instead of n we'll replace it by k. So I am writing it from the question. So the statement, mathematical statement is a plus ar plus ar square plus it's extended up to a r. In the question we have n minus 1, but instead of n we have to write k, so it's going to be k minus 1 is equal to a bracket r, power n is there, but instead of n what we will write down here, k, then minus 1 bracket close, whole divided by r minus 1. So we got the pk statement. Now with the help of this statement we are going to bring the pk plus 1 statement is true. So we will assume first it as equation 1, then we will move to the step 3rd. So in step 3rd we will write down what we have to do. Now we have to prove pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So this I wrote what we are going to prove. So because we are going to take the help of pk statement, so I am going to use equation 1. So from equation 1 we have, so I am writing here is equation 1, that is a plus ar plus ar square plus it's extended up to ar power k minus 1 is equal to a r power k minus 1 then r minus 1. Now this equation is of pk statement. Now this equation we have to convert as pk plus 1 statement. That's why in this equation we have to add one extra term. So we have to think that what extra term we have to include in both the sides. So in both the sides we have to add one term for pk to bring pk plus 1 statement. So for that we will analyze pk statement. So when the statement is of pk, that time the last term of left hand side is a multiplied by r to the power k minus 1. So if you have k here, then you have to do k minus 1. So if we have k plus 1, then we have to do k plus 1 minus 1. So that term we have to add in both the sides. So we write here on adding a multiplied by r power k plus 1 minus 1 equal to a to the power r, and a multiplied by r to the power k in both sides of above equation. So just see what I have done here. If you have k, then what we have here, a multiplied by r to the power k minus 1, means whatever is here k minus 1 you have to do. So if we are going to have k plus 1, then we have to do here k plus 1 then minus 1, like this, k minus 1 in the same way k plus 1 minus 1. So when we solve this, when we open the bracket, plus 1 and minus 1 will cancel each other, we are remain with only r to the power k. So this term is going to be the last term of left hand side in pk plus 1 statement. So we need it. So we'll add this term in both the sides so that the equation will be balanced. So we are going to proceed with what we wrote here. Same we are going to proceed. So we are going to get which statement? pk plus 1 statement. So a plus ar plus ar square plus is extended up to ar then power k minus 1 plus ar power k, and in the same way we will add in the right hand side also. First we will write down the right hand side of pk statement as it is without any change, then extra term which we are going to add, that we will write down, that is a multiplied by r to the power k. So I hope it's clear to you. So what we had done, I wrote this complete statement as it is, and this term, that is 8 multiplied by r to the power k, I wrote here also. In the left hand side also I added, and in the right side also you just add. Now we not have to do anything in the left hand side of this statement. The right hand side we have to solve. So to add them we have to take the LCM. So I am going to take the LCM in the right hand side. So that will give us, so we have to solve the right hand side only. Now we will take the LCM. So r minus 1 is going to be the LCM, and here I am going to write down this as it is, because after LCM it is going to be same, and then here what will come is complete denominator we have to multiply by this. So I hope this LCM is clear to you. Now this r minus 1 as it is. Now we will open the bracket here. So a multiplied by r to the power k minus a multiplied by 1 is a, plus we are going to open again the bracket. So that will give us a multiplied by r to the power k plus 1 minus a multiplied by r to the power k. So just see, students, what I had done here. First I took the LCM, so I obtained this term. Now here we have to open this bracket, so this a will multiply by r to the power k, so we will get a multiplied by r to the power k, then a multiplied by 1 is a. In the same way we will open here. When we will open, this a multiplied by r to the power k will multiply by r. Now here the base is same, so powers will add. Here the power is k and here power is 1. So when we multiply these two terms, power will get add, so we will get here k plus 1. Now this a multiplied by r to the power k will multiply by 1, so we will get this. Now when we will observe it, we will find that a r to the power k and a r to the power k will cancel each other, so we are remain with this only. Now here you can see that a is common, so we have to take a common in next step. So it's going to be, first of all, this will cancel and just take a common, so we are remain with r k to the power, means r to the power k plus 1 minus 1, and in denominator we have r minus 1. So I hope it's clear to you. What I have done is I cancel these two terms. From these two terms a I took common, so here r to the power k plus 1 remains, and here only 1 is remaining. So that is our right hand side, and same format we want in the question also. You can check the right hand side. I am just writing here to explain you. The right hand side of Pn statement which is given in the question is a r to the power n minus 1 then divided by r minus 1. So if we are going to convert into the k plus 1, then it is going to be a r to the power k plus 1 minus 1 then whole divided by r minus 1. So we are having the same format here. So we not have to do any changes. So for pk plus 1 statement, this is already satisfied. So this I only wrote to explain you. Now we have to write down the conclusory statements. So we will write here. Thus, statement pk plus 1 is true whenever statement pk is true. Hence, by principle of mathematical induction, statement Pn is true for all and belongs to capital N. So this is the symbol for all. So it's completed. So I hope this question is clear to you. Further, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment so that I can clear out your doubts. Thank you.